It is also National Gingerbread Cookie Day. Who doesn't love gingerbread cookies? This holiday is always celebrated also on November 21st. It was a favorite food of an Armenian monk, Gregory of Nicopolis, and he brought gingerbread to Europe around 992 AD. He taught the French Christians how to make it. And gingerbread was often used in religious ceremonies and was baked to be sturdy, as it was usually molded into images of saints. Now, gingerbread cookies or gingerbread can be made into sturdy walls for gingerbread houses and making tasty gingerbread families. And it is also National Stuffing Day. I think stuffing or dressing is a big part of Thanksgiving. In fact, I like to eat a bite of turkey with a bite of stuffing and some cranberry relish on the side. So Thanksgiving is only 1 week away. Some cooks prefer to stuff the bird. That is how stuffing got its name. But if you cook it outside of the bird in a separate dish, then it's known as dressing. And usually you use bread cubes combined with onions, celery, salt, and pepper, and further spices can also be used. And speaking of turkey, gobble, 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 Tom Turkey and Jean's Floral say it's time to talk turkey and think about Thanksgiving flowers. Thanksgiving is Thursday, November 28th. Our friend Tom Turkey says no table is complete without flowers from Jean's Floral. Tom himself comes stuffed with a selection of long-lasting fall flowers and at a great price of only $35. Jean's Floral also has single and double candle centerpieces to add a warm glow of candlelight to your table and begins at just around $30. The ceramic harvest pumpkin comes in 2 sizes, and they can become a keepsake container to use year after year. They're filled with festive, fragrant fall flowers in rust, amber, plum, and gold tones. And if you have a favorite container, you can bring it in early enough to be filled with a selection of autumn's best flowers. Ordering flowers is so easy. Just call Jean's Floral at 885-3365 for a prompt delivery. You can also shop their website 24/7 at jeansbeaverfloral.com. And of course, finding a good technician to work on your sewing machine can be like finding a needle in a haystack. Look no further. Daniel Alt of Ultimate Sewing Machine Repair in Fox Lake is your answer. Daniel has been in business since 2014. He's a trained professional, and he has built Ultimate Sewing Machine Repair to excel in customer service. He's able to work on all types of sewing machines and limits the amount of time that your sewing machine is sitting in his shop. So call Ultimate Sewing Machine Repair today to set up your appointment. 920-928-2858. He'll keep you in stitches. Well, as I said, we have a great program today. Bill Leisses from Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is here. John Kraft and Tom Rayfelt will be joining me in just a few minutes. And for our first half hour of the program, we're going to show you different holiday beverages that you can make. We've got 3 different ones that each of us are going to show you how to make, and then when Bill Leisses comes on, we've got some great holiday breakfast brunch ideas. So make sure you stay tuned. We'll be back after these messages.
Thanksgiving will be here soon, and I can't
Okay, we have
wait
a
to
2-minute
spend the
break.
day with my
This
family
is weird
and
having an
friends, just
audience.
catching up, playing games, and settling in for a huge dinner. This may sound weird, but my favorite part of a big
Do
turkey
it
dinner
again,
is
huh?
gravy. I poured on my turkey, potatoes, and stuffing, and we always have plenty of Village Hearth dinner rolls to help soak up every drop. And whether you prefer classic white or wheat, 12 grain or brown and serve, a warm basket of Village Hearth dinner rolls is the natural choice for Thanksgiving dinner.
At Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly on the beautiful east side of Beaver Dam, they're making sure you're ready for the holidays. And Leslie, we thought last week's turkey prices were great. Holy cow, they're that much better this week.
They are. The Genio turkeys are now
So, Rick, you
just
can send it back
37
after
cents a
the
pound. Your
hunter
average
recruitment.
bird is 10 to 23 pounds, and the butterball turkeys are now just 97 cents a pound, 10 to 25 pound average, so you can find one to feed your entire family. And the turkey is the best part of the Thanksgiving dinner.
Leslie, what else else is on sale at the Pig?
Well, your veggies are on sale. Bird's Eye Premium Vegetables or Select Steam Fresh, 99 cents. Cream cheese. Go through a lot of cream cheese this time of year. Food Club cream cheese, the 8-ounce container, 99 cents. Country Delight
Yes,
regular
no, maybe
unsalted
so.
butter for your baking is just $2.99, and your chunk or shredded cheese is on sale for $1.49.
And don't forget, if you
Can you
want a
hear me?
complete Thanksgiving dinner, they've got them for you ready to roll at Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly on the beautiful east side of Beaver Dam.
See the latest local obituaries online at dailydodge.com. Brought to you by Lidkey Motors.
Okay, I think we're back on.
Think about the first time you went hunting and who got you started in the sport you love. Maybe it was your dad or your mom. Maybe it was a best friend in high school. Now, it's your turn to pass on the hunting tradition. This year, invite a friend, family member, or maybe a neighbor or coworker out for their first time hunting. Then, become a mentor and teach them the skills that will last a lifetime. To start building your own adventures and memories, go to gowild.wi.gov.
And welcome back to the Idea Exchange and our live local dish streaming on dailydodge.com. The first recipe that I'm going to show you how to make is called mulled Dr. Pepper. For those of you who have listened to me before, you know that Dr. Pepper is my favorite soda. So I have in the slow cooker already 2 bottles of Dr. Pepper. You need a total of 8 cups. So I'm going to pour the rest of that into the slow cooker. And then you also need to add 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar. I need a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Now, for today's purposes, I just bought one of these little bottles at Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly, but you can always use the fresh squeezed or you can use the bottled lemon juice. And next up is a 1/2 teaspoon of ground allspice, and then we need a 1/2 teaspoon of whole cloves, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. And I'm just going to stir that up a little bit. This is going to take about 2 hours on low setting, and then you just add in 3 3-inch cinnamon sticks. Now, you can buy the little box of cinnamon sticks, but you can also, if you stop at Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly, they have the Beaver Dam cinnamon sticks. This is only $4.99. A little box of cinnamon sticks is about the same price, and you get like triple the amount. So make sure you check that out in their seasoning blend section, because this is a much better buy, and it will last you all season. So we're going to put the cover on that. We're going to let that simmer. Once the 2 hours is up, then I will take a strainer and remove the whole cloves and the cinnamon sticks, and it will be ready to serve. Now, I do also have some other Christmas ideas for you. I didn't put those together for me to show you how to make that, but you will find on our website a candy cane hot cocoa mix. What you do is you mix this up in jars in layers so that you can give that as a Christmas gift, maybe a hostess gift, or maybe just to friends or family on your list. And so it looks very pretty layered in the jar, and then there's also instructions as to what to do when you want to make just 1 cup of this candy cane hot cocoa mix. And also have a recipe for friendship tea. Now that uses tang and dry lemonade mix and a few other spices and seasonings. Again, you can mix that up and give it as a gift, or you can just have it on hand all winter long so that you can enjoy that throughout the cold weather months. And there are also lots of other great recipes that you will be finding on our Daily Dodge page. You can look on today's program, and we've taken a picture of all of the recipes that we're going to be showing you, with the exception of Bill's. I will have to get Bill's posted after the program today, because if you know, a good chef never uses a recipe, they just kind of throw things together. But he's got some really great recipes to show you for breakfast ideas. We need to take one more break. When we come back, John Kraft will be sharing a recipe, and Thomas Rayfelt also. So we'll be back after these messages.
Hey, Wisconsin, don't miss Orange Friday at Fleet Farm, your one stop for the season opener. Doors open 6 a.m. Friday with incredible doorbusters and blazing hot deals. Find gear, ammo, snacks, and everything in between. Plus, get 8 cents off each gallon of gas with any in-store purchase. Hurry in! The first 500 customers in the door get an exclusive Orange Friday collector's hat and scratch and win tickets. Fleet Farm. Built for real life.
We don't think about rehab until an injury or surgery happens. Hi, this is Ashley Kuhn, Admissions Coordinator for Clearview. Take comfort in knowing that if you or a loved one ever needs rehabilitation after an injury or surgery, you have a great choice in Clearview. We have a beautiful state-of-the-art facility offering private rooms along with highly qualified and caring staff. I will personally meet with you and your family to ensure a smooth transition. Together, along with your doctors, we will create a custom plan of care. Your goals become our goals, putting you in the driver's seat of your care. Together, we can accomplish these goals and get you back to your everyday life. Give me a call to schedule a tour at 920-386-3532. Clearview, where you enter as a stranger and leave a friend.
Public school educators are teaming up to reach, teach, and inspire Wisconsin students. I'm Ann Harswick, a kindergarten teacher at Doty Elementary in Green Bay. Join the Badgers and the Wisconsin Education Association Council in thanking educators by nominating a dedicated school professional in your community for an Outstanding Educator Award. Go to weac.org to nominate a public school teacher or support professional. WEAC. We teach, we inspire.
Stop in for this week's specials at St. Vincent de Paul. 50% off yellow tag and 30% off green tag. St. Vincent de Paul of Dodge County announces its Building to Serve Our Neighbors campaign. The goal is to raise $1 million and be able to serve more families in need, as there has been an increased need for assistance in our area. A generous donor will match $200,000 on donations made between now and April 30th. Please call 920-885-6971 for more information. After you're done. And welcome back to The Local Dish, part of the Idea Exchange. I just shared my recipe for mulled Dr. Pepper, and it is slow simmering as we speak. And right now, John Kraft is joining me. And John, what are you making today?
Today I'm making my single cup hot buttered rum.
All right.
It's a family favorite.
Is it?
Yes, it is. Usually this time of year we make it. And can we keep it down because Pat's sleeping in the next room?
Oh, yes. Pat the what do we call him? He's a
kind of a lizard type thing.
Right, that you showcased in the last time we did Local Dish.
Right. Now, if you notice, she sleeps with her eyes open. So just, be careful.
Okay, all right. We will be mindful of that. Okay, so set us up with how to make a single serving of hot buttered rum.
All right, let's start with a cup. Put the cup on the table, and we'll have 1.5 teaspoons butter, or you can use butter if you want. Put that right in here. All right, there we are. And also 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. There you go. Should look like a human finger.
Nicely formed.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And 1.5 teaspoons confectioner's sugar.
Also known as powdered sugar.
Powdered sugar.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, for the lay person.
Right.
Powdered sugar.
Yeah, professionals probably call it confectioner's
That's
sugar,
right. We'll try to keep it in, words you understand.
Right.
Okay, now I think I mixed this, don't I?
Yes, I believe you mixed it.
I believe I do.
Yes.
Because the last time I made this, I didn't know what I was doing. Because I already had several beforehand.
You mix it with a fork, right?
Yeah, you mix it with a fork and just, be a little lumpy at first, but you just keep stirring, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Until it's combined.
Until it's combined.
Does it look combined?
Well, they're kind of milling with each other.
Well, I suppose
it's
you
not
could
a total mix.
You could add the rum then, I suppose.
Okay.
To just
Does this
give
come
it,
in a 175?
I believe that, yes, you can get it that way.
All right.
I picked that up from Chill Zone because I didn't want to invest. I didn't want the company to have to invest in a whole entire bottle of
Yeah.
Jamaican rum.
Jamaican rum. It's good stuff. All right, a little bit of Jamaican rum. Rum de Jamaica, if you will. Okay, all of it?
All of it.
All of it.
Oh, yes, all of it.
Or to taste. All right.
And then you're going to add the ice cream.
I'm going to add the ice cream. We use Edie's ice cream, slow churned.
Slow churned.
Mhm.
Now, it calls for creme brulee ice cream, but I could not find any creme brulee ice cream around here. So I went with vanilla bean, or you could use French vanilla ice cream.
Okay. Aha.
And then you just need 2 spoonfuls. It says
2
2
spoonfuls?
tablespoons, so.
And seeing as this is the only spoon here, this is the
yeah.
one I use.
Right?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Kind of a rounded?
Yeah,
One
yes,
or-
I would say yes.
Yeah, like that. Okay. There we go. 1 down, 1 to go. Here's the other one. There.
And then you're going to mix the drink again.
Mix the drink again, and whoop.
Oh, and we have to fill
Can
it
you-
with the,
okay.
you add just enough hot water. Now, let's see.
Okay, yeah,
I
let's-
think it's,
We'll get this puppy mixed up here.
I think it's steamy. Yeah, you get that mixed up and then we'll add the water. I had turned it down because I didn't want it all to evaporate before we got to your segment.
I can see I'm being too loud. I just saw that Pat woke up.
Oh, yeah, so stir a little quieter, or
Yeah.
use the spatula
Use
maybe.
spatula.
That would be
That'll
silent.
deaden the sound.
Right? Yes, it would.
Okay. All right, I would say it's
It's-
sort of, there is a couple
You think
lumps of
that's
butter,
warm
but that's fine.
We can always warm it up in the microwave.
And
So
after you
then-
drink this, you won't care anyway. So.
That's true. Okay, so then you're just going to add enough
Enough
water
water,
to.
just enough to.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's
warm enough.
that's
You think
good.
that's good?
Yeah.
You can sample it and see if you need more water or if you need more liquor. Of course, we're out of liquor,
liquor.
so so it would have to be more water or more ice cream, I guess.
Well, let's see. Oh, I forgot to a little pinch
Oh,
of,
yep. The cinnamon.
pinch of ground nutmeg.
Oh, yep, nutmeg.
There we go. Okay, and then a pinch of. Well, it's the
Cinnamon.
same thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
one cinnamon
cinnamon's
and
one
one's
mu-
nutmeg.
Okay, I'm one step too fast on this. Okay, there we go, and there we are.
All right, now you'll have to taste
Now-
it. See how it tastes.
Oh wow, that's one of my better batches.
Is it one of your better
Yeah.
batches?
I think
Okay.
you'll enjoy it at home.
All right, so John's single cup of hot buttered rum, you'll find that on the website on dailydodge.com. And next we have Tom Rayfeld. He's coming in and is going to make a Tennessee cherry cocktail for us. Now, Tom, I think you can get in here. We're going to move.
Get Tom in there. You're out. You're right over
On
here.
your side.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry that you're wrong.
Well, it wasn't up to the brim, so.
Okay, so Tom, you can walk us through your recipe.
If it's possible, I might be less prepared than John somehow.
He's kidding.
I wish. First, we're taking 6 fresh or frozen dark sweet cherries. We have frozen cherries.
Yes.
Put 6 in a glass at a time. These are nice whole cherries. They are pitted cherries.
Right, yeah, you want pitted cherries.
You don't want pits
the
in your
ones with-
drink.
Right.
We're going to take the whiskey that we have here, Travis Haas.
And that is cherry-infused whiskey. Now, if you wanted to make this so it's more family-friendly, then you could use cola instead of the liquor. But
This stuff is very friendly.
good thing that you're only in this first half hour, right?
Keep going.
So I have
Okay.
chocolate sauce. I'm
Yeah.
going to take 1 tea. Do I just squirt that in?
If you
Just-
want,
yeah.
sure.
It's all
I
just a
did
matter of
bring measuring spoons for.
extra chocolate's always better.
Okay,
yeah.
that's right. And that is a special a chocolate sauce. It's a little bit thicker than the regular Hershey's. I did have that out as well. But again, Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly carries that so that you can have a thicker syrup in there. And then we're doing just
Oh, man. So a little over half a
or
teaspoon.
of vanilla.
Half a teaspoon?
I think that's what that is, yes.
Yeah.
You're my friend.
And now we're going to
Muddle.
Right? And again, as I said, you can use like a cola with this in place of the cherry whiskey. It's, again, 6 fresh or frozen dark sweet cherries, pitted and halved, 1.5 ounce of cherry-infused whiskey, or you can use regular whiskey, or you can use a cola, 1 teaspoon of chocolate-flavored syrup, or chocolate coffee syrup, and a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. And then you just muddle that all together with a fork and add ice. And instead of ice cubes, I brought those whiskey cubes. So you could use those, or you could use ice cubes as well.
Darling.
Oh.
And how many of those would you need to keep it cold? You'd need like a handful, wouldn't you?
2, 3.
Maybe 2 or 3, right.
4. I'm feeling pretty crazy.
All right. See if it's chilled enough for you. Give it a taste test. And
There's actually a rich irony here. I'm a teetotaler.
Oh, that's right.
Making a cocktail.
I'm
John.
sorry.
So we should have used the cola for you, right? Oh, so you aren't going to taste it?
I
Not even
would rather not.
All right, well, let me taste it then.
John, more for you.
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't want to mix drinks.
Oh, yeah, it tastes like a chocolate-covered cherry. Yes, which I love, okay, well, those are our 3 portions of the show. I did want to talk to you a little bit because we do. All right,
You're really going for it, aren't you?
I wondered if this was going to be a bad idea.
I love cocoa too.
Do you love cocoa? Well, if you want for the holidays, you could put together a hot cocoa bar. Now, I don't mean a bar that you go to for drinking alcoholic beverages,
Okay.
although you could serve alcoholic beverages at your hot cocoa bar as well.
When are we on the air?
Soon, yeah,
Okay.
soon. You have a little time yet,
Right.
okay? So for your hot cocoa bar, you could use hot cocoa of your choice. You could do a homemade mix. You could get the packets. You could do the K-cups. Then you can also get hot chocolate on a stick that you could put in your hot chocolate drink. Marshmallows, you can find mini marshmallows, colored mini marshmallows, peppermint bits. You could use chocolate chips or white chocolate chips, butterscotch or peanut butter chips, and you would have these all set up in little glasses or dishes along a sideboard or on one end of your counter. You can use caramel sauce, or Kraft makes caramel bits, so you could have those to add into your hot chocolate. Toffee bits. The Pepperidge Farm, what are you guys doing? You're going to eat that whole bag of cherries, aren't you?
You left them open for us, right?
Well, I suppose.
Life's a bowl of cherries.
You can use finely chopped nuts, whipped cream, flavored syrup, chocolate syrup, sprinkles. Oh, you could add Bailey's Irish cream to your hot cocoa bar.
Do I have
too,
a
John.
mustache? A milk mustache?
You have a mustache, but not a milk mustache, okay? And so you could set that up, and then everybody enjoy the hot cocoa bar with maybe just some cookies and other small hors d'oeuvres for a fun kind of holiday table. When we come back after the ABC break, we are going to be having Bill Leisses in to make lots of different kinds of breakfast ideas for you. We have different kinds of waffles. He's going to do waffles with a peach sauce and pecans, I think. He's going to do waffles with, do you have your list, Bill?
Can you read my
I might be able to. Banana waffles, that's what he's making with pecans and a chocolate drizzle. He is also making waffles with peaches and bourbon whipped cream. Frosted flake French toast. We'll have to get some of this food in you now that you've been drinking, right? So that
We're still friends, aren't we?
yes, we're still friends. And hot chocolate French toast using some Nutella and toasted coconut, and then Captain Crunch French toast. And so we've got lots of those things coming up, a hot fruit compote, and then we will also be, he'll be sharing a breakfast casserole that you can make in the slow cooker and that way all the prep is taken care of ahead of time. The key with the holidays so that you can spend time with your family is to be able to do as much ahead of time as you can so that you can enjoy time with them.
Or drink as much as you can.
Or drink as much as you can, I suppose. But So we will be coming back after the ABC News, and Bill will be here to showcase
love you, man.
all
I
of those things. And I think we better cut to break right now and take care of John. We'll be back after the ABC News break.
Not getting enough vitamin C? Make sure you place your order for the Beaver Dam Lions Club annual fruit sale. California navel oranges, $28 per box, and Texas ruby red grapefruit, $22 per box at $20 each. Or purchase a gift box, 6 grapefruit, 10 oranges, and 8 apples for $22. Orders are being taken now through Wednesday, November 27th. Call any Lions Club member or Mark Barrett at 920-285-1983. Fruit will be delivered around Wednesday, December 4th.
AM 1430 WBEV Beaver Dam, streaming live at Daily Dodge, brought to you by Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly. Time for new tires. Pull into the Quick Lane service at Countryside Ford in Columbus. Get employee prices on all tires for the rest of November. Ask about additional rebates up to $140. Countryside Ford, 330 Transit Road in Columbus.
When it's time to retire, it's time to think higher.
You've worked hard and now are planning to retire. Where do you begin? You worry about inflation, healthcare costs, tax and market volatility. What can you do? Call Sandy and Matt Heyer of Heyer Insurance, the retirement experts. They will eliminate all your worries and will be by your side as you enjoy your retirement. Worry-free, hassle-free. For a free, no-obligation consultation, call Heyer Insurance at 887-0580.
Giving Tuesday will be celebrated this year on December 3rd. It was created so people can give time and/or money to charities that they find worthwhile, and then posting on social media #GivingTuesday to raise awareness about the holiday. Stop in at the radio station on Tuesday, December 3rd to drop off your donation for the 2020 Children's Radiothon, or mail your contribution to 100 Bill McCullum Way, Beaver Dam, 53916. Thank you in advance for your support.
And that forecast for all of south central Wisconsin looks like this. A chance of scattered showers, otherwise overcast, and a high of around 50 today. That's right. Cloudy with lows of 25 tonight. And tomorrow, mainly clear with a high of 36 degrees. Saturday, daytime highs approaching 40. And Sunday, sunshine mixed with clouds and 42. This is AM 1430 WBEV Beaver Dam.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. On Capitol Hill right now, 2 more experts are talking about aid being held up to Ukraine in exchange for an investigation into the Bidens.
As he tried to help arrange a White House meeting for Ukrainian President Zelensky, David Holmes, the political counselor at the U.S. Embassy in Ukraine, testified appeals based on commercial or national security interests weren't working.
It was made clear that some action on Burisma Biden investigation was a precondition for an Oval Office visit.
Holmes said it later became his clear impression the hold on security assistance was also being used to increase the pressure on Ukraine to investigate Joe and Hunter Biden.
ABC's Aaron Katursky also testifying, the former top Russia expert at the National Security Council, Fiona Hill, who said during her opening statement there was no question who was behind the 2016 election interference, and it was not Ukraine.
Some of you on this committee appear to believe that Russia and its security services did not conduct a campaign against our country, and that perhaps, somehow, for some reason, Ukraine did. This is a fictional narrative that has been perpetrated and propagated by the Russian security services themselves.
These are the final 2 witnesses scheduled to appear, but more could be added after the Thanksgiving break. Boston smokers may have to get their menthol somewhere else soon. Massachusetts has just passed a ban on the sale of not just flavored vape products, but flavored cigarettes, too, and that includes menthol. Without a new trade deal in China, Apple could be slapped with new tariffs, possibly as high as 10% on iPhones, iPads, and everything else it makes in China. Could CEO Tim Cook leave China if there's no compromise?
I don't envision Apple pulling out of markets. I mean, that doesn't seem to serve anybody, particularly the users that are there that are counting on us.
Cook in an exclusive interview with ABC News. Thailand has 65 million people, but only about 400,000 of them are Catholic. At least some of them at a mass today with Pope Francis. You're listening to ABC News.
With my family, there's a lot of us and a lot of gifts to mail. So it's great I can get the shipping boxes I need delivered to me for free.
It's just me and my dog Bella, but we still have so many holiday cards to send out. Luckily, the USPS online store has tons of options. Right, Bella?
However big your family is, the United States Postal Service goes the extra mile to bring your holidays home. Learn more at USPS.com/season. And with informed delivery notifications, get a digital preview of your mail before it arrives. United States Postal Service. Priority you.
'Twas the holiday season, and in your garage, a brand new John Deere. That's not a mirage. With neighbors admiring your shiny new ride, it's your year for a Deere to fill you with pride. So if additional offers are what you desire, see our low rates before they expire. Now start up your engines and drive out of sight. New John Deere equipment for all, and to all a good night. Make it your year for a Deere. See your John Deere dealer today to discover more amazing deals and attractive financing offers.
Police in Syracuse have just announced an arrest in connection with racist graffiti found around Syracuse University. The suspect, accused in connection with 4 incidents in and around the university's library and a garage, several other bias incidents, including graffiti attacking African Americans, Native Americans, and Asians, still under investigation. Investigators are also trying to find the person behind an anti-Semitic email threat that was found at the school. Coldplay has just announced they won't be launching a global tour because of environmental concerns. They say they'd rather take the time to figure out how a tour could be beneficial to the environment. Frontman Chris Martin tells BBC they'd be disappointed if their tour wasn't carbon neutral. How much have you got socked away for when you stop working? Don't freak out, but you're probably going to need more.
If you're saving for retirement, there's a good chance you aren't saving enough.
The situation, unfortunately, for Americans and their retirement savings is one where the glass is mostly empty.
Mark Hamrick, senior economic analyst for Bankrate, says 52% of Americans are behind in their retirement savings.
It's a reminder to all Americans, we really do need to take stock, so to speak, on where our retirement savings stand and then whether we need to take action to address this issue.
He says it's never too late to put together a plan and start saving. Daria Albinger, ABC News.
This is ABC News.
Here's Tony Romo for Skechers Slip-On Footwear.
Now that I've hung up the cleats, I like to wear a more comfortable shoe. In fact, I like to wear the most comfortable. For one thing, there's no laces, so they just slip right on. Then there's the Skechers Air-Cooled Memory Foam. It cradles your feet and provides unbelievable comfort that lasts all day long. Skechers Slip-Ons are the most comfortable, easy-to-wear shoes I've ever worn.
Try Skechers Slip-Ons with Air-Cooled Memory Foam today. Skechers, comfort included.
I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
And welcome back to the ID Exchange. We are doing the local dish live on dailydodge.com. And joining me this morning is Bill Leisses from Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning.
Nice to have you back here again. And we are going to be doing showcasing some holiday breakfast brunch kind of recipes, right?
Correct.
And I know that when you ran a restaurant, was it in Arizona? Where was your
It
restaurant?
was in Arizona and Oregon.
Okay.
Both.
And I know you told me one of the restaurants, when I had suggested maybe we could do some fun kind of breakfast things, one of those restaurants featured specialty French toast and waffle ideas, didn't it?
World famous French
World famous
toast.
French
Yeah,
toast?
it's world famous.
Oh.
That was in Oregon. We had, boy, I don't know how many they have now, but they had at least 15 different kinds of French toast.
Combinations
They
then,
started
right?
with one of them that I'm going to be making today, and then they just added to the list.
Okay. And, waffles and French toast are really nice. They're fairly easy. You can have different toppings so people can make their own, create their own kind of breakfast. And we are going to do a banana waffle with pecans and a chocolate drizzle, right?
Yes.
And then you're going to show us what will be the next one.
I'm going to do one with a homemade bourbon whipped cream and peaches.
Okay, John Kraft, where are you? and also you've got the little sample bottles as well. And then you're going to show us French toast sticks, right?
Yes.
And then a couple of other French toast combinations. I kind of gave the secret away, but it uses secret ingredient, which is actually cereal, right?
Two of them have cereal.
That you use as the coating, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that will be what we're going to be showcasing. Also, then a warm compote that you can use as toppings for any of these breakfast dishes, or you could use it as a side dish along with a breakfast casserole that Bill is going to be showcasing a little bit later on in the program. With Thanksgiving only being a week away, do you have a favorite Thanksgiving food?
Stuffing.
Stuffing?
Stuffing, sweet potatoes.
Okay. And do you make your own stuffing? What do you like to put in it? Do you put like
they're traditional. I really like the sage.
Yep, I do too.
I actually like to cut up the gizzards and the liver with onions and put that in there. I like that a lot.
To add an extra flavor, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a Thanksgiving tradition or something you can recall from your childhood that either your mom or your grandma would make or something?
No.
Or that you would make? No? Yeah. Well, you could have made one up.
Well, we eat. I know, I could have made one up.
I would say our family tradition was always doing flag football. I come from a family of, I have 5 siblings, and then there were all the nieces and nephews, and we all went to my parents' house in Juneau. They had a huge backyard, so we'd set up cones, and we would play touch football or flag football. And of course, I have 2 brothers, so they would always get to be the captains, and they would pick back and forth, and we'd put on either our Wisconsin gear or our Packer gear, or we did have some traders, Minnesota Vikings and Chicago Bears fans. But then we would play either during halftime if the Packer game was on, or before dinner or after dinner or whatever. It was always a lot of fun, except as we got older, it was harder the next day to get up out of the chair because we still thought we were like in our 20s, and we'd be jumping and reaching for the ball and whatever. But even the youngest, the 3 and 4-year-olds, would play along with all of us, our adults. So I would say that would be our fun family tradition that we did for many years, of course, until the house was sold. But it was always a lot of fun. And everyone else, you probably have your own Thanksgiving memories. Maybe it's sitting down to the table. Maybe you go around the table and say what you're thankful for. Maybe it's another type of tradition, and you can call.
Thankful for you, man.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, on that note, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Bill will start the cooking. Be right back.
Tune in to 95X or AM 1430 WBEV for coverage of the upcoming Green and Gold game, and listen for the Columbus Family Dental Mystery Player of the Game. Then listen to the WBEV Morning Show the following business day and be the correct number caller when we ask, who was the Columbus Family Dental Mystery Player of the Game? Get it right, and you'll win a Sonicare Power Toothbrush, plus you'll be entered into the grand prize drawing for an end-of-the-season mystery prize.
Hello, Dodge County. Welcome to more care right here. Marshfield Clinic Health System has joined forces with your care team at Beaver Dam Community Hospital to make it easier for you to get more of the specialty care you need close to home. You'll find us at the same location with a new name, Marshfield Medical Center Beaver Dam. Exceptional health care. It's not complicated. It's here. Visit marshfieldclinic.org/beaverdam to learn more.
A jumper barely clears the fingertips of the defender. A toe on the line is worth 2 instead of 3. A shot hits the back of the rim and not the bottom of the net. I guess football isn't the only game of inches. Every inch of every game is right here on the Badger Sports Network.
Your home for the Wisconsin Badgers is AM 1430 WBEV.
Listen to WBEV online anytime at dailydodge.com. Brought to you by Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly.
It's your last chance to get ready for the hunt. Stop into Fleet Farm for great deals during Hunt Week and Orange Friday. On Thursday only, you can enter to win a Savage Axis rifle package valued at $370. You must be present to win. Winner will be drawn at 8 p.m. on Thursday, November 21st. Fleet Farm's Orange Friday event is this Friday, November 22nd, and doors will open at 6 a.m. A free Blaze Orange collector's cap will be given to the first 500 customers through the door. And Deer Scrape Scratch-Off tickets will be given to the first 700 customers through the door. Giveaways all day long on Friday, November 22nd. Everyone is a winner. You can also win up to a $1,000 Mills Fleet Farm gift card. Fleet Farm is the place to go this season for all of your hunting needs. Don't miss out on their great deals. And now back to the local dish with Brenda.
Thank you very much, Rick. And we are here with Bill Leisses of Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly. We're showing you some great holiday breakfast brunch ideas. And Bill, we're going to start out making a banana waffle. How do we do that?
Correct. I pre-made the batter. Just got the batter. It's a Krusteaz brand, I believe, at the Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly.
Okay.
Just had to add some oil and water to it. There's different ones out there. Some you add eggs to, and actually I did add 2 eggs to this one also.
Okay. Or you could, if you have your own favorite waffle recipe.
They're actually pretty easy.
Yeah, you could do that as well. So we have the waffle iron prepped and ready to go. And you need to spray it a little bit.
I'm going to spray it a little
bit. Just make sure
bit.
that it doesn't stick. And you know, waffles are great because, as I said, you can top them with many different things. You could put chocolate chips in the batter if you wanted. You can use sprinkles on top, different fruit, nuts, whipped cream. So there's lots of different variations. Again, you could set up a waffle or French toast bar and do that, because not only is your family usually home just for Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, sometimes if they're coming from out of town, they're going to spend the weekend or more than just those 2 days, and you want to make sure that you have easy breakfast that they can do. Now, when I use my waffle maker, I make up a batch of waffles, and then once they're done, I let them cool. I put them between wax paper, and then I stick them in a Ziploc bag, put them in the freezer, so that all I have to do is take a half of a waffle out, put it in my microwave for 45 seconds, and I've got like a fresh waffle, just like it is fresh baked. And
I may have ruined your waffle maker.
So now you just put the lid down, flip it over, and turn it around. And we'll probably give that about, the light is on, but give it maybe about, mine usually cook for about 3 or 4 minutes.
There we go.
There we go. So when the light comes back on, it will be ready. And then that is just a basic waffle, but you're going to top it with?
I'm going to top one of them with some peaches and some whipped cream. I already started on the break just because it was a little noisy. I'll have to whisk it a little bit more.
Okay.
But it's heavy cream, a little sugar, and some bourbon.
Okay.
And this would be much easier to do in a blender, but you can do it by hand.
All right.
But and always try to have your heavy whipping cream as cold as you can get it.
As cold as possible. Okay.
So I'm just going to whip this to get it a little stiffer.
You are going to whip that up, and you know, with a waffle, you kind of get that crispy outside with the softer inside, and so that makes for a great flavor. I know. My assistant John Kraft is right here with me, and I'd like to call on him to pick up a couple of plates. We have some plates over there, so when the waffle comes out, I guess you can.
I do.
Yeah, we do have
Just
no, we really don't. We need that for the next recipe, right? There's a plate down on the floor. And once the waffle is
I'll
ready,
hide this.
then
Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. We're glad you're here. We're glad you're here to help out.
Your floor
So the whipping cream, as Bill said, was just some heavy cream. You want to make sure that that's nice and cold. And what else did you put in there? Or
a little sugar and some of the bourbon.
Okay.
You could put a little dash of vanilla in there if you'd like. That's always good.
Okay.
So these are telling me they're ready.
Oh yes,
so
the
we're
green
gonna
light
see.
is on. Oh, you know what else I forgot was a spatula to get the waffles out.
I have a small one.
And then just pull it up. Yep.
Oh,
it smells
fancy.
really good.
Let me grab. I think I can use.
Oh, your tongs. Could you use your tongs?
Sure.
There. Okay.
So with the banana ones, I don't want to scrape your. With the banana one, I just laid down about a couple tablespoons of the waffle batter. Then I put a couple slices on top of that, and then topped it again with a couple.
Okay.
Couple tablespoons of. And now this is backwards, so I'm wondering which one's which.
Well, it'll be a surprise when we taste it.
There, we'll go like that.
So in some of the batter, you slip the waffle in and then added a little bit more batter, right? Is that what you said?
I slipped the banana slices in
The banana
for the one
slices,
with the bananas.
yes, okay.
So what we'll do is we'll
and
do
then
it like
you've
this.
got
These are some canned
peaches.
Canned
okay.
peaches. The syrup will go on. The syrup from the peaches will go well with it too.
And really, you could use any fruit too,
Oh, sure.
couldn't you?
Sure.
If you don't like peaches, you could do blueberries, or you could do strawberries.
So that's nice and stiff.
And so we're going to top that with that homemade
that.
whipped cream and
then if
some.
I could get that chocolate syrup.
Sure.
I'm just gonna. I toasted these ahead of time in a pan just for a few minutes.
And that you want to do in a dry skillet, right? You
Yes,
put
just
you
totally
put your
dry.
skillet on top of the stove. Add the pecans, and is it a low heat or a high heat that you want to toast them on?
It'd be
about?
medium-ish. Watch it.
And you can just kind of keep shaking or stirring the pan until they're crisped a little bit, and that helps bring out the flavor of the pecan when you are using it in a dish. And so we're going to do the little bit of a drizzle on the pecans onto that waffle and the homemade whipped cream, and we've got. I think we can. Is that ready to showcase? Oh, another little banana on top, sure, because it's all about the presentation.
Decoration.
And we've got that ready to serve just in time. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back after this.
When I first tried the glasses on, I was kind of speechless because I was just trying to take in the new colors that I was seeing.
Having been colorblind his entire life, David went to Vita Park Eye Associates to see how Enchroma eyewear could correct his vision.
I was glad going through Vita Park, I could choose my frames. And I worked with, so Karen was the optician I worked with at Vita Park, and she helped me get a frame that fit my face and fitted the glasses for me. Reds and oranges and yellows just kind of pop out a lot more. Greens don't necessarily get brighter, but there's more color in the greens. And actually, my wife drove back. She said, "I'm not letting you drive because I don't want you to be distracted."
Enchroma Eyewear, patented lens technology for color blindness. Call the opticians at Vita Park Eye Associates for your fitting today. 920-887-7811.
Agnesian pharmacies and prescription centers accept all major insurance coverage, including Network Health Plan. Ask your provider to send your prescriptions to an Agnesian pharmacy location close to your home or place of work. Your local provider working with a local pharmacy. It's the best medicine. Visit agnesianpharmacy.com for a location near you.
Get your best price first. It's clearly marked on every windshield at Countryside GM Auto Group in Beaver Dam. Countryside has knocked an amazing $12,500 off a 2019 Chevrolet Silverado half-ton crew cab 4x4 LTZ71. That's right, an amazing $12,500 off this beautiful Silverado. Hurry, only 3 to choose from at this price. And with the purchase of any new or pre-owned vehicle in November, Countryside is donating a portion of the profits to the Beaver Dam Hospital's future hospice home. Get to Countryside GM Auto Group, exit 135 off 151 north of Beaver Dam, where savings come standard. Chevy, find new roads.
Countryside GM Auto Group. We make it easy in Beaver Dam.
'Tis the season to reflect on everything in our lives to be thankful for. We at Park Village Shopping Center have been blessed to be a part of the Beaver Dam community for well over 50 years. The vision the Keller family had is a strong reminder how one idea can grow into a lifelong commitment of helping others share their gifts and talents to our community. These people have chosen Beaver Dam to promote their business, and we are honored to help them do so. This is a true gift to us, and we consider each business owner, manager, and employee as family. Thank you for shopping Park Village Shopping Center. Happy Thanksgiving.
But
And welcome back to the local dish, part of the Idea Exchange. We are cooking with Bill Leisses from Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly, and Bill has already showcased a couple of different ways you can make waffles special, a banana waffle, and we also did a waffle with toasted pecans and a chocolate drizzle, and homemade whipped cream that is bourbon infused. And we'll have these recipes on dailydodge.com. Give me until probably tomorrow, because Bill will leave those recipes with me, and I'll get those typed up. Okay, so we're going to do French toast sticks now on the skillet.
we are.
Okay, so where do we start?
I'm going to start with this, I call it can bread. You bake it in, like you said, you could use a coffee can, a large coffee can, or one of those, they call them number 10 cans, or the bigger cans you kind of see on the bottom of the shelves in the grocery store. I thought out a loaf of frozen
bread dough.
Dough, put it into the can. You let it proof up till it's just over the top, put it in a warm place or something, and then bake it for about an hour. It takes a while, but at about 350.
Okay, and
but I like it because you can get some
you get nice shape, nice round shape for
nice slices out of it.
Right. So you're dipping.
I'm gonna dip this in egg and cinnamon that I had whisked.
Okay, egg and cinnamon.
And there's a little vanilla in there also.
Okay, and then the specialty trick is the cereal. And this is
frosted flakes.
Frosted flakes. And so you're going to do like that egg wash first, the egg dip with the egg and cinnamon and a little bit of vanilla if you want. You're gonna
crush these or put them in a Ziploc bag.
Some frosted flakes. And then that's going to be the coating that's going to give your French toast sticks just an extra bit of crunchiness. And
melt quite a bit of butter in there.
Okay.
You want a good pool because this is going to soak up a lot.
Right.
And you don't have to crush these into a fine powder or anything. You can leave them a little rough.
Just to give it a little bit more texture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you can pat it down to make sure that it sticks a little bit. And then you're going to put that in the skillet. Now, you can also do French toast in your waffle iron. I'm not sure that might be too thick of a slice for my waffle iron. But if you do French toast in a waffle iron, then that is going to give you the little, you get the custardy taste of the French toast, but you'll get the crispy edges and the crispy indentations from the waffle maker. So that will give extra added flavor too. And again, the bread is what Bill calls can bread. And as he mentioned, you can just purchase bread dough, frozen bread dough. You thaw that. You put it in a number 10 can. If you do a regular coffee can, that's probably going to be a little bit smaller than this. But a number 10 can will work fine. You just sort of spray that, coat that a little bit, put your dough in there, and then once it proofs up to just a little bit over the top of the can, then you put it in the oven 350 for about an hour or so. You'll be able to tell, and then let it cool.
Or easier yet, you could go to the Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly and order some from the bakery.
That's right. They do make them at the bakery. Just ask for canned bread. Which reminds me, while that is cooking, I do want to mention that if you are looking for help in your cooking and prep for the holidays, Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has all different kinds of salads. They can do up a cheese tray for you. They can do a veggie tray. Fruit, if you want to do that. Have them do all the prep work, so all you have to do is enjoy the holiday with your family. And they also will be having their annual seafood sale. The truck, the seafood truck coming from Green Bay will be Saturday, December 7th, and you can stop in from 9 until 3. I always go and get my shrimp. And
I get a
lot
lot
of
of
things.
ahi tuna steaks.
Yep.
They used to have a ton of.
I
stock up.
Yep, I get the salmon. You want to stock up the. It's wonderful, wonderful seafood. So you can stop in between 9 and 3 that day, Saturday, December 7th, 6th. Now I have my notes here somewhere. It's December 7th, yes. You can also stop in for their holiday open house. So they'll have lots of sample stations around the store so you can taste test some different things. How's that looking?
It's a little bit more on that one side.
Okay.
And then I'll have to flip it. I turned it up a little bit to
All right. I'm anxious
move it
to
along.
see how that tastes because I bet with that frosted flake, just a little bit of sweetness with the cinnamon and the vanilla flavor, and that nice thick slice would really make a nice sized portion for you to serve for the upcoming holidays. And again, the open house at Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is Saturday, December 7th, all day long. You can stop in for to taste some of the sampling stations that they'll have around the store. And again, their seafood case and their meat case, if you're looking for specialty items, you can always stop in there. Their bakery is amazing, so maybe you want help with whatever aspect of your holiday meal, whether that would be for Thanksgiving or if it would be for the Christmas holidays. And again, if you just give them a few days advance notice, you don't want to go in there and say, I need this in an hour. But if you can call a day or two ahead of time and say, this is what I need. If you have questions, they'll be happy to help you out with how big of a tray you need for serving X amount of people and so on. So make sure you make Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly your stopping point when you're doing your holiday shopping. And we are going to continue cooking the French toast sticks, because what you're going to do then is, once this is done, is cut it into slices,
into some
right?
sticks, or you could obviously leave it whole also. If
Okay.
you want.
And we will be coming back after the break to show you another way to make French toast, and then a warm fruit compote that Bill will get ready during the news and sports break. And then we've got a breakfast casserole. He's already cooked that ahead of time because it takes a long time in the slow cooker, but we'll kind of walk you through that so that you know how to prepare for that. We're going to send it back to Rick, and we'll be back after the news.
Just a reminder, everybody, that the Festival of Trees event will be taking place later on today. That'll be from 5 until 8 o'clock tonight at Old Hickory Golf Club, Beaver Dam. The cost is just $10. You'll be able to enjoy light hors d'oeuvres, a chance to win some great prizes, plus a chance to bid on some decorated trees of all shapes, sizes, and themes. I've been to this event before. I've seen the trees, and boy, they do a great job on those trees. They'll have silent auction and raffle items. And remember, the event is open to everyone. And the most important thing, the proceeds will be benefiting Church Health Services. Again, that's Festival of Trees tonight at Old Hickory Golf Club from 5 until 8 o'clock, and everybody is invited.
House Intelligence Committee hearings in a short recess this hour. Fiona Hill, a former senior advisor and expert on Russia policy for the National Security Council, testifying today, along with David Holmes, a top diplomat stationed in Ukraine, who testified he heard President Trump ask EU Ambassador Gordon Sondland about the favor he asked of the Ukrainian president.
David Holmes did not use the term quid pro quo, but he said it became clear there was one, involving both a White House meeting for the Ukrainian president and withheld American aid.
My clear impression was that the security assistance hold was likely intended by the president either as an expression of dissatisfaction with the Ukrainians, who had not yet agreed to the Burisma Biden investigation, or as an effort to increase the pressure on them to do so.
A second witness, Fiona Hill, said politically driven falsehoods advance Russian interests. Aaron Katersky, ABC News.
Today's impeachment hearing is expected to be the last, with continuing coverage. The House impeachment hearings. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
It is 10:31 from AM 1430 WBEV, and that means it's time for a look at our local news. We head over to the Daily Dodge News Center for this update, brought to you by Prairie Ridge Assisted Living in Beaver Dam, Waupun, and Mayville Life, celebrated daily. We bring in Craig Warmbold with this news update today. Craig?
The Dodge County Sheriff says a select few county board supervisors do not appropriately communicate with department heads. Sheriff Dale Schmidt called out the supervisors following last week's adoption of the county budget. Schmidt says he's offered many times to answer questions or provide information, but the invitation has not been accepted by this particular group of supervisors. One of those county board members, David Guckenberger, says he takes issue with the sheriff's comments and the implication that the four are controlling the actions of the entire board. Guckenberger says he and the other three supervisors do not share committees, and to imply that some sort of collusion is taking place is below the dignity of most elected officials. Well, yesterday was a busy day for Governor Tony Evers with 8 bills signed into law. One of them creates a 5-year minimum sentence for homicides caused by an OWI. Judges would have the ability to set an exemption if there's a compelling reason to do so. Other bills signed include ending the Miller Park sales tax by next September, enhancing penalties against those who trespass and damage property connected to utilities, and one that requires commercial truck drivers to be educated on human trafficking. The governor also vetoed a bill that would have lowered the number of training hours a nurse needs during their education. A Fond du Lac teen was placed on probation for 2 years yesterday for stealing a truck from Beaver Dam that was involved in a police chase. 18-year-old Tyler Rogers and 3 other teens ran after abandoning the truck. 2 passengers were determined not to be involved, while another, a 17-year-old North Fond du Lac teen, also facing felony charges. Rogers admitted to investigators that the truck was stolen and also confessed to the theft of a second vehicle taken in Fond du Lac that wound up in Beaver Dam Lake. A Reeseville man charged with attempting to flee police while in custody entered a not guilty plea at arraignment yesterday. Ricky Hardy allegedly ran from a residence in Reeseville when officers came to arrest him on a parole violation. After being taken into custody, Hardy transported to the hospital in Beaver Dam, where he again reportedly fled, but gave himself up a short distance later. If convicted, the 41-year-old facing over 6 years in prison. Bond was set at $1,000 cash when a Berlin man suspected of leading Fond du Lac County Sheriff's deputies on a high-speed chase made his initial court appearance this week. Prosecutors say Joseph Walker told deputies when he was taken into custody that he saw bright lights and panicked. He was wanted for a domestic incident and taking a vehicle in Green Lake County. Fond du Lac County charges include fleeing an officer, resisting, and obstructing an officer. Preliminary hearing scheduled for tomorrow. We'll check sports right here in just a minute.
Prairie Ridge Assisted Living has 3 amazing locations in our area: Beaver Dam, Waupun, and now a brand new center in Mayville. When it comes to assisted living, Prairie Ridge knows the importance of finding the right place that feels like home. And that's why they offer spacious apartment-like rooms that are small pet friendly. With in-room rehab services from physical to speech therapy, they are able to cater to many needs. They also have an on-site hair salon, theater, activities room, full kitchen service, and on-site chapel. Prairie Ridge offers 24/7 care, complete with visiting physicians. Your physical and mental well-being is their top priority. Stop by and visit one of their 3 locations today, or go online to schedule a private tour at prairieridgeassisted.com. Prairie Ridge Assisted Living, where home is first and assisted living is second.
Your hometown news station, AM 1430 WBEV.
Here's a look at your weatherology forecast. We'll see cloudy skies here for this afternoon with temperatures steady early then slowly falling throughout the day. Breezy northwest winds around 15 to 20 miles per hour and gusting as high as 30. Tonight, decreasing cloud cover and a low near 25. By Friday, sunshine high around 36 degrees. Then by Saturday, mostly sunny, high around 40. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki on your hometown station AM 1430 WBEV. Currently, it's 48.
And now let's go back to Brenda with a local dish.
Well, during the break, Bill was cooking up the French toast sticks. They are amazing, even without any syrup or anything on them. They're right here on the plate. Once that got completely cooked, he sliced it and
Cut off a couple ends for Brenda.
So good, so good. And what are you cooking now, Bill?
I'm doing the French toast with the Captain Crunch. and we're going to top that with the fresh fruit compote.
And so you've got some butter and just
I've
I
got
saw the bag of
bunch of butter and bunch of butter and some sugar, and then just since berries aren't that great this time of year, plus they're a little pricey, I got these in the frozen.
Okay.
So you can use the frozen, and we're just gonna heat this up till the fruit will start to break down. It'll get a little more syrupy.
Okay.
And we'll warm it through, and then I'm gonna top the this French toast with that.
And that looked like that was mixed. You've got blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries in there, right?
And blackberries.
Oh, and blackberries too.
Blueberries, and strawberries.
And you weren't even drinking, were you?
No. He's over here sleeping it off.
And so that's a great way to just make up your syrup. Again, you could do real maple syrup. You could do a chocolate drizzle like we did on the waffles. You could make your own whipped cream, or you could do just regular whipping cream to top that off. But if you're going to go through the process of making all these delicious waffles and the variations on the waffles, you might want to just make the effort. You can make that whipped cream ahead, can't you?
Well, look who's coming.
Look who's coming. All right, you take him for a walk, John, or her, him or her.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna move this over here.
So the fruit compote is going. We've got the Captain Crunch French toast, and now one of the things that you mentioned, Bill is going to show you how to make a chocolate brioche French toast.
French
is that
toast.
right?
Correct.
Okay, so tell us about that one.
So I picked up, these are just brioche hamburger buns.
Oh, okay, okay.
Which were already cut in half, which was great because I put some Nutella in the middle.
Okay.
And then I soaked them with some eggs, coconut milk, and some cocoa powder. So I'm gonna after this is done, I'm gonna put those in here with a little butter. I'm gonna top it with some of these little marshmallows you see in that cereal with Lucky Charms, kinda.
Oh, right.
And some toasted coconut, and I'm gonna drizzle it with some of the chocolate.
And there are different kinds of breads that you can use too, as you see Bill has done today. Of course, he brought his own waffle batter. You can make up your own if you have a favorite one. I have a whole wheat waffle mix that I like to make up dry. I've shared it many times on the show in the past, but it uses a buttermilk blend, whole wheat flour, regular flour, wheat germ, oat bran, and what else is there? And then just a little bit of baking powder and baking soda and salt. I mix that up and I keep it in my refrigerator, just in a Ziploc bag. And then when I'm ready to make the waffles, you just need to add 1 cup of water, 2 eggs, and 2 tablespoons of honey and 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. And you mix that all up, you add it to the dry batter, and when I'm making my waffles, I like to add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, just to give it a little bit more flavor to that batter. I mix up the whole batch, and then I put it in the freezer, and then I have them ready to go. How's this looking?
It's close.
Is it close? Okay.
We'll check it again.
So what I was starting to say was you can use the canned bread. You could use cinnamon bread. You could use the brioche buns like Bill is going to show us in a little bit. You could also use French bread, or the Hawaiian rolls would work too, wouldn't
Sure,
they?
almost
any
kind of bread.
would.
I wouldn't suggest a rye or something, but
No, you want something that's maybe a little bit sturdier, or that will hold its shape once it gets in the egg wash.
Or even some of your bread that's not as soft anymore, and you might think about throwing it away.
Right.
Or
If it's a few days old or whatever, and sometimes the recipe calls for that.
Yeah, they actually
to use stale bread.
They actually work a little better.
And
this is almost done.
Yeah, that's getting there. And that you've got on about a medium heat too, right?
I just turned it up.
You don't want to bring it to a boil, or do you want it?
You could
boil
and
it?
then turn it turn it down.
Okay.
But that's all. I'm just gonna wait for that butter. It's almost melted to heat up a little bit, and I'll top that. I'll clean this out, and then we'll get
to that.
Get those
so
going.
We will take a quick break, and we'll be back after these messages.
Start your next project today and save with 11% off everything. Now at Menards. Tarcat offers a wide variety of flooring options to give your home a fresh new look. Update with new laminate, sheet vinyl, or vinyl plank flooring. Get 11% off your next flooring project right now at Menards. Sale prices are good through Saturday, November 23rd. Savings are a mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
The skilled therapists at Prairie Ridge Health are experts at evaluating and treating patients of all ages. They work closely with you and your referring physician to create a personalized treatment plan to get you back to enjoying life. Services include physical, occupational, speech therapy, audiology, and cardiac rehab. To learn more, visit prairieridge.health. Prairie Ridge Health, inspired by you.
Let's talk about cars and furnaces for a minute. Now, it wouldn't seem like they have much in common, but it might be useful for this analogy. Pretend you had a car that was either stopped, or when you turned it on, it went 55 miles an hour with no in between. Well, that's probably how the furnace in your basement works. It's either not heating at all, or it's blasting you with heat. There's no in between. That's where the really efficient gas-sipping modulating furnace from Carrier and Air Care comes in. It runs a tiny little bit all the time, kind of like pressing on your car's accelerator slowly. You use less gas and it's much more efficient and comfortable. If you're considering a furnace update, turn to the experts, Air Care and Beaver Dam, with Carrier Furnaces. Ask Chad to explain all the benefits of a gas-sipping modulating furnace from Carrier. Air Care and Beaver Dam is on the web at aircareinc.com or call Chad at 800-281-4676.
Check out the latest information on station contests at dailydodge.com. Brought to you by Hometown Glass and Improvements.
Get your tickets now for the new and improved Festival of Trees event. This year to be held on Thursday, November 21st from 5 until 8 at Old Hickory. Tickets are only $10 each and includes a chance to win one of 5 great prizes, whether you can attend or not. Plus light hors d'oeuvres, festive drinks, decorated Christmas trees, and gift auction, silent auction items, and raffles. Also new this year is voting for your favorite decorated Christmas tree contest and wreath decorating demonstrations. Everyone is invited to join in the fun and help us raise money for the medical, dental, and mental health services Church Health Services is able to offer those in need. So get your tickets now for the Festival of Trees event Thursday, November 21st for $10 each at Old Hickory's website or at Recheck's Food Pride and Beaver Dam's Piggly Wiggly. Sponsors include Landmark Credit Union, Inspire Magazine, Good Karma, and Moraine Park Technical College. And welcome back to the Idea Exchange. It's the local dish today, so hopefully you've been able to view us on dailydodge.com. If not, tell your friends. By this afternoon, I think you should be able to get it on demand. Just go to dailydodge.com, look for the video tab, and you should be able to find that. We've been cooking up a storm here with Bill Leisses from Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly. In the first half-hour section, Tom and John joined me, and we showed you different kinds of holiday beverages that you can make. And Bill's been showing us some breakfast ideas. And right now you've got that chocolate brioche cooking in the skillet. So again, tell us about what you used for that.
I used eggs, coconut milk, and hot cocoa for kind of the dip.
Dry cocoa mix.
For the dip, I heated up the coconut milk just a little bit to help to dissolve the cocoa.
Okay.
And then I actually soaked it in there probably about 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. Okay, to
flipped
really get it saturated, right? And you said you used brioche buns.
Brioche buns.
And since they were already halved, you spread the filling in between.
I put some Nutella in there. You could do chocolate or berries, different.
Kind of whatever you want. Again, it's open for interpretation, right?
That's what's great. That's what's going to be great about the breakfast casserole. I mean, you can put almost anything in there you want to. Anything that you like, breakfast-wise.
And then again, you're cooking that in butter so that it browns both sides.
So that one looks good.
It smells so good, and of course, it looks so great too. And once then those are done, then you're going to top that with a little bit of toasted coconut,
Toasted
right?
coconut, marshmallows, and some of the
and the chocolate syrup again. And again, this chocolate syrup you can get at Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly. It's a little bit richer, a little bit thicker than, say, just the Hershey's chocolate syrup. So
I think it's much better. They have a caramel one
Yep.
and a white chocolate one also.
So you can give those a try. And can you add this to like your coffee too? I
Sure.
don't drink coffee,
Yes.
but
Yep.
you could flavor your coffee that way with that as well. So
we use that particular brand for a lot of our coffee drinks in Oregon, our espressos and things like that. Along with they make different flavored syrups also for your coffee.
Well, I know we're coming close to the end of the program, so while that is cooking, maybe you could just explain the crock pot or the slow cooker casserole.
So this was super easy. I just put this in my crock pot with frozen shredded hash browns. There's diced green bell pepper, diced red bell pepper, ham, cheese, and there's salt and pepper, 12 eggs.
Okay.
And you add a little bit of dry mustard to the eggs and whisk that together. It helps to emulsify it and kind of bind it together when you're cooking it. And I think I cooked this on high. You can do it overnight. Also, just set it in 8 hours. You wake up and it's done.
Okay.
On low. I cooked this on high for about 3.5 hours, I believe.
Okay.
And it was one of those bigger crock pots.
And again, this is one where if you wanted to add sausage or mushrooms
Bacon,
or
anything, and you literally put all the ingredients in there, and then
all at one time,
except for the eggs, and you pour the egg mixture over at the end, and then I topped it with some more cheese.
Oh, okay.
And then put the lid on and set it and forget it.
And then that's easy to serve, easy for cleanup because you've already prepped this all, and it's cooking while you're doing other things or that you have ready to go. And the green pepper and the red pepper in there give it a very festive, Christmassy look as well. So
I'm just going to set this over here quick, and I'll garnish that.
So we've got the chocolate brioche, which has a layer of Nutella in between the two slices of brioche bun, and some colored mini marshmallows. The kids would love this with the chocolate and, of course, Nutella, the mini marshmallows, and then the toasted coconut. And again, just a little drizzle of the chocolate syrup. However, you could use maple syrup if you wanted. Or if you didn't want to do the marshmallows, you could probably do a berry sauce with that chocolate brioche too. So again, you can get very creative. You can utilize what you have on hand. You can kind of make a list of everybody's favorites so that they can top their breakfast dishes just about any way they want and make it a super special get-together. So, okay, so we've covered all of the different recipes that you shared with us again. Maybe just walk us through again, Bill, as to what you used and.
So first we did the banana waffles. Sorry, my finger over here, with the chocolate drizzle and the pecans, and then we just did a plain waffle with peaches and a bourbon whipped cream. Here you have the Captain Crunch French toast with the berry compote, the frosted flake crusted one, which I just used some syrup on, and then the I call it the hot chocolate brioche French toast with the marshmallows, coconut, chocolate, and the Nutella in the middle.
And then the breakfast casserole that you can make in the slow cooker. Since we do have just a little bit of time, I do want to remind everybody about the seafood sale that's coming up Saturday, December 7th. It's 9 until 3 for that seafood sale, and I believe the truck comes from Green Bay. They have excellent seafood, so you'll want to make sure that you mark that on your calendar and make sure you don't miss that. And then they'll be having an open house all day long with sampling that you can get. We need to take one more break, but we'll be back after this.
When it's time to retire, it's time to think higher.
As you approach retirement, you ask yourself, how do I have an income without a paycheck for the next 30 years? It's scary, right? Well, it doesn't have to be. Call the retirement professionals at Hire Insurance. Sandy and Matt Hire of Hire Insurance will lay out a retirement blueprint that will plan out your income so you can retire with confidence. Worry-free, hassle-free. For a free, no-obligation consultation, call Hire Insurance at 887-0580.
The Deer Hunters Widow Weekend Storewide Holiday Sale at Ershon Candle Factory Outlet is Wednesday, November 20th through Sunday, November 24th. Buy one at regular price, get the second item of equal or lesser value at 30% off. Excludes candles, poopery, and body products. Do check out the new candles and merchandise. Don't miss this huge 5-day sale. Wednesday through Sunday, Ershon Candle Factory Outlet, your first stop for beautiful gifts. 1000 Green Valley Road, Beaver Dam, open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 5, and Sunday, 11 to 4.
Countryside GM Auto Group. We make it easy.
You'll find spectacular savings this week at Countryside Auto Group in Beaver Dam. Stop in and test drive the brand new 2019 Chevrolet Equinox all-wheel drive. Countryside has just knocked $9,000 off MSRP. Hurry, only 3 to choose from at this price. And with the purchase of any new or pre-owned vehicle in November, Countryside Auto will donate a portion of the profits to Beaver Dam Hospital's future hospice home. Countryside GM Auto Group, exit 135 off 151 north of Beaver Dam, where savings come standard. Chevy, find new roads.
Countryside GM Auto Group. We make it easy in Beaver Dam.
The former Blue Zone office space at 138 Front Street in Beaver Dam is available for lease after Blue Zone's recent move to Beaver Dam Community Hospital. The professional building offers a creative space in the vibrant middle of downtown Beaver Dam with numerous leasing options available. This is a great location for your office or a retail business in the center of downtown Beaver Dam. This completely remodeled first floor suite is ready to move in on day one. This property features a private entrance, break room, and restroom with plenty of existing and newly developed parking for clients and customers. Heat, air conditioning, and water included. For more information, call Paul at 920-885-6011 or internet search Yanchik Land CO 53916 or JLC Yanchik Land CO LLC. Yanchik Land Company, your local source for office and warehousing space with service beyond expectations.
And welcome back. This is about the final 5 minutes of our local dish programming, part of the ID Exchange. And Bill created lots of great breakfast, brunch, holiday ideas for you. As I said, a number of the recipes we will have up on dailydodge.com for you to look at by this afternoon. The rest of them I will get from Bill, and we'll have those published tomorrow so that you can take a look at all of those in case there are any that you want to try. Tomorrow on the program, if you want to call in and tell me what you think your favorite would be or which one of these you want to try. Maybe like me, you want to try all of them. I do also have just a quick little crafty food project that you might want to try for Thanksgiving. These are, now let's see if I can hold it up here. These are turkey pops. You use a Reese's peanut butter cup, some candy corn, chocolate melts, and then you can get those candy Google eyes that are made out of sugar, so everything is edible. So you need a 6-inch or a 4-inch cake pop stick. You need the Reese's peanut butter cup. Now, they had the giant ones. I think the next time I would make these, I would use just the regular one because this is kind of thick. But if you really like Reese's peanut butter cup, you might want to go with the jumbo one. And next time I would put them in the refrigerator so that it's chilled first because I had a little trouble getting the stick to stay in. So what
How did you glue them?
So you melt
Back
some
there.
chocolate melts, and you just put those in a little bowl. You dip the stick into that melted chocolate and then place it into the bottom of your Reese's peanut butter cup. Then you need 7 candy corn. You put those around next, again using that melted chocolate as your glue. 1 white candy melt goes on with the flat side up, because they're kind of rounded. And then 2 of the little Google eyes, you use another little dab of chocolate for that. And I just had some leftover when I decorated cake pops for Halloween. I think it's like a red Google eye. There's a little dot on the bottom of it. But you could take you can get those red chocolate chips for the holidays. You could take one of those. You could also use an M&M and cut it in half, or a mini M&M just for the waddle for the turkey. Now, the recipe also called for just peeling back the wrapper so that you have that to the back. But for some reason, my wrapper would not stick on the back. But these look cute just the way they are. You could use these as just for table decoration at everyone's place setting. You could also put them in a glass filled with candy corn, and then just pop all of them in there for everyone to take after the meal. So those are turkey pops. You'll be able to find that entire recipe on the website after we get the program uploaded today, as well as along with the recipes that Tom and John and I shared this morning, and the candy cane, the hot cocoa candy cane mix, and the friendship tea. Those are all typed out and ready to go, and you'll be able to see those right away. And if you want to copy that off, you can do so. Any last messages, Bill, for what we did today, or thoughts about the upcoming holidays?
I'm ready to eat.
Okay, I am too. It smells so good.
I don't have to cook, so that's
for
good.
Thanksgiving, you don't have to cook?
No. No, not cooking. I'm ready.
And hopefully you will have all of your holiday plans set to go. Again, if there's a particular recipe that you think you really want to try, you can call into the ID Exchange tomorrow. Let me know, and we'll take it to. That's the bourbon whipped cream, John. Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's a good thing we don't have any more alcohol
woke up.
in the village. Yes, he woke up. He woke up. Don't forget about the canned bread. Don't forget about using Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly as your shopping source for veggie trays, fruit trays, any bakery needs that you might have. And their seafood sale December 7th. And I'm going to send it back to you, Rick. Thanks for tuning in today, everyone.
And a reminder, everybody, that the stockings have a promotion.